stopped at the 18. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Second down throw for Thompson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Thompson out of the shotgun here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, but a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Thompson going to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 33. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That caught by Tremble. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
First down, Thompson. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You don't see too many quarterbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Thompson fakes the handoff. Now going to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
He certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
When you talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive, that run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now Hill to return it. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Play action here. Thompson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. 3rd and long. Thompson. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Again, he finds more. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw again. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second and 6. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Off play action. Thompson. Flushed out right. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Thompson to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, he'll hand this off. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. But, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Thompson. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Second down. Here's Thompson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The ball comes out. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
And some room to roam now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To Shepard, complete over the middle.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
173 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. His first career touchdown pass, yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Thompson will look to the air on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Panthers 12.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Gets this to Moore.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football